Checking, test, check, 1 2 1 2. Hello, Samai, Jen Dewey. Hey, great to meet you. I'm JenX. I speak Welsh. I speak several languages. I'm a language lover, and tonight, I'm raising money for as part of a group effort called Dathlu live streaming event to raise money for Tŷ Gobaith. It's in Welsh. It means Hope House. It is a charity for kids in long-term health care. So tonight I am going to be streaming along with a whole bunch of other people, and I'm going to be drawing. So welcome, Croeso. Croeso, we have a show, and my phone has got a mind of its own, so bear with me here. I apologize for the technical inconvenience of here. My phone is unpredictable. Yeah, it keeps wanting to rotate. So you might have me at the Batman angle. If you don't mind, and I'll just leave it like that. Hey, we're going to be drawing, I don't know. I'm going to be drawing characters, and I'll be drawing my own, maybe some video game characters. And if you have any requests, maybe make a donation, and then show me where you made the donation. I'll probably get a link, because, I'm still pretty much a noob when it comes to streaming, so if you don't mind bearing with me, geen waar. I'm just going to start drawing. Start off with something simple. It's Pac-Man. I mean, I could draw all kinds of stuff, but this is probably the first game that I ever played, and oh my god, it didn't even come out right. Well, I don't usually draw Pac-Mans. Let me draw a Thwomp from Mario. Those are some of my favorites. I kind of put my own spin on Mr. Thwomp there. He's a real angry dude that plops on the Mario. By the way, I have dyspraxia, so take a drink every time I drop something or knock something over. But yeah, Thwomp is the plop dude. He's the one that goes after Mario. And he usually has some angry Thanos style expression like that. And then he's got goofy eyes or whatever. So this is Mr. Thwomp, and let's give us some 3D effect there. And I think I've sketched Mr. Thwomp. My brother and I used to call him Poopy, so he would just plop on Mario. Here's my fail. Just warming up here. If you're new, I'm JenX. If you're a regular, I'm happy you're here too. I'm going to be drawing fan art or whatever. I'll be drawing for charity. I'm doing Darcinio and Kelp. I'm drawing, making art with Jeni for a charity called Tŷ Gobaith, and it's to help raise money. Help raise money for kids. Part of the Dathlu stream-a-thon. Jen Dewey, I'm Jen Rizio. Happy you're here. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. I'm going to draw my own character here for a minute, but let me know if you have any requests. Put in a donation, and then I'll draw your request there. This is actually my own character, Sybil Kibble. Do you guys make original characters? Do you have any characters? So let me know in the comments. Sybil's a bit of a goof. She's a bill collector who eats dog food. She likes the taste of it. She lives in Kankakee, Illinois. She's the star of Moronic Arts Jack. Yeah. Only one verse of her. 600 short stories. Tonight we are drawing for charity. I draw pretty fast. Are you any of you guys on DeviantArt? DeviantArt's a fun site. I go on there and look at other people's characters. It's like the internet's biggest art school. Let's see. I have a wonderful cat who's sleeping on the bed. If I show you, I might mess up my live stream, but I will try my best to show you my wonderful, sweet little cat. She's my co-star, Dumma Goth Becky. I know Becky. That's my cat, Becky. Dumma the Goth Becky. Little song I wrote in Welsh. Yeah, that's my cat. I love kitties. I could draw a cat if you want. Back to the Batman angle, so I'm going to be doing some more drawing. Darcy and I am like, Darcy and I. Now try not to rotate the camera. Oh, hello, Dave Jeffrey. Now, Dave Jeffrey is a wonderful person in Western New York who is a huge fan of the show and has been very supportive of me over the years. Writing you a message down, Mr. Dave. Dave Jeffrey NL. Dave Jeffrey NF. DAVEJEFF ERYNF as in Niagara Falls. He has a wonderful slideshow video showcase of Niagara Falls on the American side, and I think he should be on their board, their tourism board. He does such a good job. Happy you're here, by the way. Caroll, I'm sure. Caroll, welcome. Right now I'm drawing my little group box, Civil Kill. If you have any requests, gaming characters, or anime, or whatever, you can put in a donation to Tŷ Gobaith, and I will see what I can do. What I can make for you. Right now, who's this with the frame here? Because I'm in a boo-boo. Still getting used to this. Gimbal. Have you ever used a gimbal? It's a device to help stabilize your camera. Yep. Anyway, still getting used to it. Takes a little work. I'm gonna draw. Let's see. I know I like Zelda. I am a big fan of Legend of Zelda. I'm also a Donkey Kong fan. And I'm going to show you my shirt here. I am a fan of Donkey Kong Country, especially the music. I love David Wise's music and Kevin Bayless's art. And he drew the modern Donkey Kong. Continued to draw the modern Donkey Kong. But because of my dyspraxia, I kind of struggle to get on camera. Sorry about that. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but here is my Donkey Kong shirt. Let's get it on like Donkey Kong. I really love Kevin Bayless' work, and I certainly love the music of David Wise. He is a genius. He had a master course, or I think what do they call them? Master class here on YouTube. I think it's still up. And it was free. I couldn't believe it was free. And the chat always stopped, like radio silence when David played his music because we're all in awe of him. The chat would just go completely silent. David Wise is like a hero of mine. He's one of my favorite composers of all time. Certainly my favorite gaming composer. I love the Donkey Kong music. But I'm also autistic, so it was like a special interest of mine. Let me draw Sybil's glasses. I almost forgot them. If there's any other neurodiverse folks out in the chat here watching, I say welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And everybody else, of course. But when I meet another person who's like me, I'm like, one of us. You know, I don't know, that's the way it feels for me. Because all autism is your brain just works a little differently. It's not a malfunction. It's actually a different operating system. And you can have that one for free because I took it. It was on me. Anyway. I'll draw some more characters. I'm going to draw. I was going to draw Link. I'm going to put my own spin on him, really. I was going to draw Bernadette first, but I will see if I can get into the high roll here for trying to remember how his ears went. Usually has some kind of sweeping hair or hat. I guess it depends on how old he was and which Zelda we're talking about. But Link's coming together here. Zelda's one of my all-time favorite games, and I think it's because I've always liked fantasy. Ever since I was a kid, I really love castles. And Wales has more castles per capita than like the rest of Europe, I read. I think I got into Wales because I always liked medieval history and fantasy, high fantasy, or whatever you call it. But a lot of it came from gaming. But Welsh, the Welsh language is my favorite thing. Dwi'n siarad Cymraeg. Dach chi'n siarad Cymraeg? I speak Welsh because I like it. It's fun. Make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Please forgive my mistakes. Like I said, I am still a noob when it comes to streaming. Rotate it the wrong way. I apologize for all the mistakes, but and this has a lag on it that I don't quite understand. So I'm trying to figure out how to get him in frame. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm drawing for charity. If you have a request, just put it in the chat. I can draw gaming characters, anything, any character or whatever y'all want. Streaming for the Dathlu live stream about. I draw pretty fast. One of my biggest inspirations, have you heard of Caroll Spinney? Caroll Spinney played Oscar the Grouch on Sesame Street. And he also played Big Bird, and he was a wonderful, fabulous illustrator. In fact, before there was a movie, I Am Big Bird, or his book came out, I built him a website because I wanted people to get to know him, the wonderful person he was, and I wanted people to see his art too. So maybe in another stream, I'll bring out some of my collectibles, Caroll Spinney art. I learned from him. Before he was on Sesame Street, he was on the Bozo Show out in Boston. He played Mr. Lion, and he called himself Quick Draw because he could draw a kid's face within seconds. So I tend to sketch real fast, and these are the same markers that Caroll Spinney used for his art. These are Tombow markers, water-based. If you're interested in drawing, I really recommend them because they're not very expensive, they're professional grade, and because they're water-based, they don't smell funny and they don't dry out as fast. I find them fun to blend. I actually don't even buy a blender. I actually, instead of a colorless blender, I actually use watercolors if I really want to blend. Otherwise, I just use other markers. I just go straight for the markers. I actually use the sketch first some of the time. Sketch with a pencil, I mean. And other times he goes straight to marker. But I learned a lot from him. Certainly one of my heroes. I'm glad I got to know him. I'm actually credited in I Am Big Bird. But Caroll was a wonderful friend. I'm honored to be able to say I knew him in real life. He actually said to me, "You're really smart. You should write articles." So I started writing. Actually, I do some articles. I'm doing siarad Cymraeg. Nes I sgwennu erthgol ar Bylines.Cymru. Author on there. Dwy Outer dwy dwi. I wrote in Welsh and English. Nes I sgwennu ysgrifennu si yn Gymraeg a Saesneg. I have a blog, moronicarts.com, home of Monoverse, like this little couple here. But right now I'm doing the charity thing to help children in need. Well, the donation link is right in the description. Go ahead, give it a go. And if you can't afford it, if you could just share this with people, that's completely free of charge. I always say it's free to share. Unless somebody else might end up helping out. There's a whole bunch of us doing this Dathlu event. Dathlu means to celebrate, and St. David's Day is coming up. As St. David said, do the little things. Do the small things. And sometimes just sitting down and listening to somebody could be a big help. You never know what people are going through. I like to do the little things. Sometimes it's better complimenting somebody's hair or their shirt or whatever. My friend Asher, I'm going to give a shout out to them. They're very shy, but they're a very good friend of mine. I went to college with them. Big time gamer, but and a cosplayer, and they're also non-binary like I am. And they have the best sense of humor. Asher does the same thing, just compliments people randomly, just make, I hope, because it feels good to compliment someone. Might make their day, you never know. I think some people in the States seem to forget about, simple things like please and thank you, but I'm not going to go out of manner to it. I just say, hey, do the little things, even if it means like helping, loaning somebody something or checking on them. Sending a text of funny cat pictures, if they're thinking of them. There's a lot of free of charge ways to do little things. As St. David said, I'm not religious, but I do like St. David, the patron saint of Wales. I think he's pretty darn cool. I'm actually spiritual, but I respect all belief systems. Empathy is a strength. That's another thing I'm big on is empathy. Putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. Empathy is a strength. What kind of games do you guys play? Do you like video games? I started out Atari. Funny story on my other channel, which I'll recite to you. When I was about 3 years old, my parents got their first Atari. It was the very first gaming system. My parents sat down, tried it out. Mind you, I was 3 years old. And I saw them getting frustrated with Space Invaders. So I thought they needed a rest. So I pressed the rest button. Needless to say, they weren't very happy. I didn't know I was 3. I couldn't read, But they needed a rest, so I pressed the rest button. Oh my god. A lot of funny stories. Besinade out of Panoiflos. Got tongue tied there. What are you doing over this weekend? Panoiflos, Mom. Shani. Might do some work for my friend Kathy. By the way, shout out to Kathy from the Antisocial Show. Interviewed me about my love of Welsh and ended up hiring me to work part-time marketing on the show. Very wonderful person. A lot of fun to work with. Absolutely hilarious. Really good guests on their show. Completely free on YouTube. And they're actually working on games. And I'm still learning Kathy's body work, but you go to Antisocial Show. It's anti like auntie and social, SOCHELLE show on YouTube. You'll be able to find them. And a big shout out to Ron Klompenstein. Klompenstein? I can never pronounce his name. I'll have to have him correct me on that. But he interviewed me on a local show here in Utica, New York. It's called Media Monday on the Hot Seat and 95.5 Heat. Talked about my love of languages and the importance of trying new things. If somebody gives you a hard time, they're not your friend. So, welcome, happy you're here. Mi sono spaghetti. Mi sono comere, hablo español, parlo italiano, mit bere ich bin Deutsch lernen. Ich bin Deutschsprachend. I don't know how to say I speak Russian because my Russian's not good. But I do know how to say привет, как дела, and a few other things. Doma, my home, I'm here. Through Anastasia. Anastasia is my friend. I'm learning as I go. And I know how to call a cat in Russian. If you ever want to know how to call a cat in Russian, you just say kiss, 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 kiss. Kiss, 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 kiss. I don't know if that's for girl cats and boy cats, but it is how you call a cat in Russian. Kiss, 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 kiss. I think Becky might want to say. See if this gimbal cooperates. She is Mommy's little paw. Yep, she is Mommy's little paw. There she is back there. The real soft kitty. I'll be the puffball like the other. You can zoom in on her. She is the bestest baby. Let me show you that little baby. She is the love of my life. Answer the best people. Dan moet ik half Becky. Half Gwyliwch. Half Gwyliwch. Dan ik half Gwyliwch. Hi Becky, Becky, Becky. Show it to Becky. Show it to Becky. 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 Song I've been working on, Welsh version. Welsh song I wrote actually, original. Looking da-da-dee-dee, I love you. I love my cat. See, my kitty here. I'm just going to. She's got her eyes closed. I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate where her eyes go. Use her pose as a reference because she's already moved. I love dog cats. Cats are the best people. Cats are the best people on the face ruling the internet. This is my little mom, my little Neko. She's the best baby, and she loves to snuggle. Tell you what, this little Becky knows when her mom's not feeling it, and she will sit on me to make sure I don't leave the house. I have brain disease, no cure, and speaking Welsh has helped me cope with it, but at the end of the day, I still have brain disease with no cure. And this little one is so empathetic, she just knows when her mom's not feeling good. And she's, like I said, she'll sit on me. She's so funny, I just love her. Like, don't go anywhere, mommy. Okay, here's the best people. Turn it so you can see a little better. There's my little puffball Becky. She's got the cutest toe beans. They're almost all pink. If you go to my channel, you'll see lots of videos of her. I'm a cat person. Cats are awesome. If you have a request, go ahead and put in. If you don't mind making a donation, Tŷ Gobaith. They do wonderful things to help kids in Wales. I'm here in the States trying to help raise money for that. Doing codi place, codi arian. Ir Elisa Tŷ Gobaith. I'm raising money for the Tŷ Gobaith series. Doing these little drawings, and if you have a request of love, make a donation because I'm volunteering. Oh my God, having fun hanging out with you. And if you can't, it's okay. I'm just happy you're here. Dag vriendschap, Cymru. Adieu, vriendschap, Cymru. I'm getting job, hopefully down. I have a wonderful little cat named Becky. And sometimes, studio coloring with markers that are kind of dying actually helps blend. That's what I do. I usually green, and then I can't even go over. Usually, I can't even draw a blank. Anyway, green, the markers, motto, dead markers, almost dead. Markers that are like, running out. That's a better way to word it. To blend the picture. Get that in frame. Like that. I'm in Batman mode, but that's okay. Batman. Dunna 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 Batman. Dunna 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 Batman. Dunna 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 dunna. Coffee time. Talk about me about it. Coffee is the best drink. I love coffee. Do you like coffee or do you like tea? Dag geen happy coffee. Dag geen happy tea. Geen happy coffee. I also want to say Diolch yn fawr, thank you very much to North Wales. You know what? I must apologize for drawing a blank on the full name of the local paper up there. That did a nice little write-up on Dathlu. Even they had wonderful mention about me, which I was very surprised. Because I kind of think of myself as unknown. That was very nice. Very nice of them. I'm happy to help out. I really love speaking Welsh, and if I wanted to be remembered for one thing, it would be my love of the Welsh language. And Wales in general. Codi Cymru. There's two little birds out there. Maybe lots of birds. A Darren. Darren's bird. Ada is many birds. Two birds. More than one. Alright, I'm going to draw some birdies. I love birdies. What's your favorite bird? If you're into birds, and obviously if you're scared of birds, tune out for like a couple minutes and then I'll flip the page. I've known a few people that are afraid of birds, but my favorite bird is actually the turkey vulture. I think that's my favorite. They are nature janitors, and the scientific term for turkey vulture is actually Cathartes aura. It means golden purifier. And I think it's cool that they're nature's janitors doing the jobs that we don't want to, I have mad respect for turkey vultures. And I think they're adorable. I get excited when I see them flying, And the way they teeter, they glide most of the time, they just kind of hang out. I got a video of the turkey vultures. Turkey vultures are adorable. I love them. I don't want people scared of them. I mean, to be strong, obviously. And I know some people are just generally scared of birds. That I get. Some people think certain birds are scary, but I guess I'm not one of them. I love birds. I love even the animals people think are scary, and snakes and things like that. I wouldn't own a snake, but I like them. I mean, if they're wild, I really don't want to be around them, and I just give them their space. But some people have them for pets, and I think it's cool, but I don't know a lot about them. Spiders I really don't like, but I respect them, and if they come inside, they're meant to be inside, usually indoor spiders, and I just let them live because they eat all the gross bugs that I don't want in my place. Keep it hygienic. They help me ease my fear of spiders. So every day is Halloween for me, so if you hear me talking about ghosts or things that bump in the night or creatures, whatever, that's because for me every day is Halloween. And my story is sticking to it. This was my rendition of turkey vulture so far. A fast sketch. Let's rotate it so you can see it. There's the other way. Honestly, here we go. Here's Mr. Turkey Vulture, and here's Kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kiss. That's how you call a cat commercial. And here is the other way. You can see it. Sometimes, my bracelet fell off. I have this really cool off the Welsh cross shit. I don't know where it went. So. I'll find it later. I always do. Okay, so far I've not dropped a single thing. The only thing I had was the bracelet fell off. If you want to take a sip, go ahead. For those that just tuned in, I have dyspraxia, and I thought, take a drink every time I drop something, because that's what happens when you have dyspraxia. Okay, the dyspraxia attacks me by having to replace stuff and use energy picking things up. Dyspraxia, if you don't know, it's like dyslexia for your coordination. Most people in the States have never heard of it, and there's a lot of ignorance, unfortunately, in the States when it comes to certain disabilities. And autism is for life, and I am not autistic at all. Autism does not go away at age 18, but the services do, at least here in the States. But I'm proudly autistic. I am proud to be an autistic person. I like being me. And all autism means is your brain works a little differently. Here are a couple of animals. I haven't quite finished these are just sketches. Turn it the other way because my camera is a goof. Is it gonna stink in this one? Nope. Here is a birdie, and here is Kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. There's our kitty. Cats are the best people. Cats are the best people. There's. If you think cats are the best people, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And Becky is the best person on earth. She is the fluffiest cat, the real softest cat. Ding ding ding. Something kind of cursing. Probably gonna stream some more tomorrow and Sunday, but as long as my phone is working and I feel up to it, I'll just keep at it right here. Sea vultures. I was just making my own colors up. I usually do that when I draw. I don't stick to like a natural color palette unless it's for commission and somebody wants realism. Otherwise I'm just kind of cartoony and all over the place. I wouldn't even know how to describe my style. People are like, your style is something I've never seen before. Thank you, that's a huge compliment. I don't know how to describe it. I think I use my dyspraxia to my advantage because it's hard for me to draw a straight line. Even with a ruler, I know that's a joke, but it's true. Like, I have a hard time holding things straight, so I use my dyspraxia to my advantage and make all these like ragged lines. It gives emotion to my piece. Also, have you ever heard of an artist named Rothko? He was a Russian artist. He did abstract expressionism, and I'm kind of inspired by his blending techniques. So when you see me blending like this was inspired by Rothko, a hugely famous Russian painter. If I had to name this style, it'd probably be expressionism, because a lot of you can feel the lines. Does that make sense? You can feel what I'm drawing. That's what I go for. But that's how I create my shading. In case you're wondering. If you're from DNR and you're an artist and you wonder how I do it, that's how I do it. I like to work with negative space and leave something around to draw to the characters. So sometimes it might even give like a 3D effect almost. I'll show you how I do that 3D effect. I don't have my neons up. The neon colors tend to be most effective at that. So I've got a green one. The hot red really works well, the pinkish one. But I don't have hot red, so I'll buy another from Michael's. But leaving an outline kind of like that, and then blending it. I'll actually blend the yellow. If you want the 3D glitch effect that people were asking about a while ago, I just leave neon pigment on the outlier of the drawing. So if you want to give off the glitch effect, vaporwave glitch effect, leave a little space. I'll show it to you. leave a little space between the bright color and the subject with your neons. See, actually kind of coloring around it, but at the same time using a similar stroke. And then I usually try to blend other colors. I really love blending pink into yellow. It really gives off an effect. And I will actually look away from my piece, or in this case, I'm looking at the monitor to give off that vapor wave off the side. I'll even put the pigment in the subject itself. If it's compatible, I'll do it. If it makes it muddy, then no. Just look at your color wheel to figure out what colors are complementary. I think this will draw attention to her little feet. Yeah. Tends to her eyes always. Eyes are usually the focus, but this is that pigment in the feet. I'm going to add it